Welcome to the FWOT Show on the Coil Entertainment Network. I'm Rob Steele, that's Jesus Jones in the background, and what the hell happened to this country that Nike commercials are more controversial than school shootings? Seriously, that's the state we've gotten ourselves in, and I don't know how we got there. It doesn't make any sense. Just because Colin Kaepernick was chosen to be the spokesperson for Nike, you know what? Good for him. I agree with his stance entirely. Now, I know a lot of people are, but he's kneeling during the national anthem. You know what? Most of you don't get off the couch when you watch the national anthem at a sporting event when you're sitting at home on the big screen, do you? No, you don't. You sit on the couch. He's there. He's kneeling, which actually is a bit more reverent than, putting your hand over your heart or saluting, isn't it? Always has been before, and usually it works for that God fella. I'm just saying. And anyway, why is he kneeling? To protest police brutality and racism that is running amok in this country. That's a good thing. Protest that shit. So now people are protesting Nike. They're protesting Colin Kaepernick. So that means you're in favor of racism and police brutality. Which brings me back to the what the hell happened to this country thing. Now, I do have a message for all the Nike boycotters, because there's a lot of things they have not caught on to yet, because they're not really protesting it properly. Let's start with what else Nike owns. Nike owns Converse, Jordan, Cole Haan, and Hurley. Are you burning that stuff too? No. I've seen people boycotting their Nikes and going out to buy Converse to make up for it. Really? Come on. What actual sports does Nike sponsor? They sponsor the NFL, the NBA, the WNBA, USA Basketball, USA Soccer, USA f***ing Handball. That's right, handball. Dozens of international soccer teams, international rugby teams, MMA, cricket. Don't even have that in this country. They sponsor cricket teams. Hundreds of individual athletes from all kinds of sports, I'll get to that list in a minute, and 89 college football teams, including the Air Force Falcons, Arizona Wildcats, Clemson Tigers, Duke Blue Devils, Florida Gators, Georgia Bulldogs, Kentucky Wildcats, LSU Tigers, Michigan Wolverines, Ohio State Buckeyes, Tennessee Volunteers, Yukon Huskies, and the Oregon Ducks. Are there any other college football teams that you follow? No, there aren't. Those are the big ones, really. And which athletes? It's not just Colin Kaepernick. Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Roger Federer, Maria Sharapova, Michelle Wie, Dirk Nowitzki, Kobe Bryant, Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Trout, Alex Ovechkin, Steven Stamkos, Bobby Labonte, Tony Stewart, and Al Unser Jr. That covers the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, PGA, LPGA, Formula One, and off NASCAR. So boycotters, are you not watching any sports at all whatsoever anymore? Because that covered every damn sport on the planet. So no sports for you, ever again. Or you could learn to be a human. In related news, there have been suggestions about what to do with the Nike gear that they're trying to protest. And this is just asinine. People are burning Nikes. The shoes, the shirts, the shorts, whatever. No. First off, give them to homeless people, because homeless people could use some new clothes. No, can't do that. That would be the Christian thing to do, and we're Christians, so we can't do that. The fuck? Really? And yeah, burning your Nike gear. This amuses the hell out of me. The burning of the Nike gear coincides with a warning from several medical professionals and the Surgeon General, who warn these protesters of civil rights and fair treatment and everything. They're telling them to take off the shoes before setting fire to them, because ERs nationwide are getting flooded with people who have burns on their feet because they didn't take their shoes off before setting them on fire. You f***wits. I'd like to be making that last part up, but I'm not. Speaking of ignorance, let's talk Donnie Trump for just a minute. You know how he says that his tariffs are actually going to help the economy and help employment? Well, Guess what? They're not. Who does this come as a shock to? No one. Really? You want some numbers? How's this? This coming from Forbes, not politicized in any way. Let me give you a quote here. The tariffs, quotas, and retaliation would increase the annual level of U.S. steel employment and non-ferrous metals, primarily aluminum, employment by 26,280 jobs over the first 1 to 3 years, but reduce net unemployment by 432,747 jobs throughout the rest of the economy for a total net loss of 400,445 jobs. So basically what they're saying is, for every steel and or aluminum job we get, we're losing 16 other jobs. This is going to affect every state in the country and some of the territories we still have, like Puerto Rico, who still doesn't have electricity. That's okay, guys. You're surrounded by water, and they don't have any of that in Flint. When are we going to start winning, Don Boy? I came really close to admiring a guy named Brian Tucker this week, because I kind of liked the idea of what he did. It's a bit extreme. But his problem was, he lived in a neighborhood near a bus stop where kids would get on the school bus in the morning, and he was tired of them vandalizing his yard, throwing trash everywhere, so he put up no trespassing signs. Yeah, guess how well that worked with the kids? You're right, not in the slightest. So what did he do? He put up an electric fence around his yard, not very high voltage, and he did it, environmentally safely. It's powered by a solar generator, but just enough to keep the kids off his yard. I kind of liked the idea, but he was told to take it down because it encroached on city property by like 3 feet or something, and once you move it back, then actually they're on his yard, which is the stuff he didn't want them on. The problem I have with this entire story comes from David Williams of CNN, who reported this story on the CNN website using the following sentence. Neighbors were shocked to find out about the electric fence. Really? Really, they were? Shut up. Really, that's absolutely... If you agree with me on that, because I think that's just ridiculous, contact me through the website, thefwotshow.com. There's buttons for Facebook and Twitter and email. Send me anything you want. I'll answer. I will. It's my job. While you're there, go ahead and subscribe to the show on YouTube or the Google Play Store or iTunes. There's buttons for all of that there. And go ahead and click on the FWOT shop button. Pick up a t-shirt or a hat or a coffee mug. It all goes to support the Coil Entertainment Network, and all of our shows are free. So, we need the money, because that's how things work. Anyway, I'm going to end the show with a quote of the week that is so close. It's so close, but not quite accurate enough. It comes from Mike Levin, who's a candidate for the U.S. House in California, who said, here's the quote, "Obama left Trump an economy on third base. Trump thinks he hit a triple." You know what? That's close. That's close, except it doesn't quite go far enough. It should be, Obama left the economy on third, so Trump will try to complete a layup with a bowling ball while riding a dressage pony. See, that makes more sense. Still love you, Mike. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next time.